So I'll read the question. So CHN or community health nursing is a community-based practice, okay, which best explains this statement. So we are being asked, ano ba si CHN as a community-based practice? Okay? So, ay nabablock ba yung screen? Can you see it now? Ayan, can you see it now, guys? Sige. Okay na, thank you. So try to answer it. So is it letter A, the service is provided in the natural environment of people? B, the nurse has to conduct community diagnosis to determine nursing needs and problems. C, the services are based on the available resources within the community. Or D, priority setting is based on magnitude of health problems identified. So remember, nurses, we need to do process of elimination muna so that we can actually remove all the incorrect answers and choose the best answer. So nakikita ko most of your answers are already there in the comment section. So keep it coming. Some of you answered A, some of you answered B, and it's okay. Okay pa pong magkamali ngayon, alright? This is a training for you so that when it is already the board exam day, hindi nyo na makukommit yung same mistake. Alright? So let's see. Let's start with letter D. Priority setting is based on magnitude of the health problems identified. Remember, in our community nursing, when we prioritize problems, hindi lang magnitude yung ating pinagbabasihan. Based on the book of Maglaya et al., we have 5 criterias na tinitignan natin for priority setting. That includes nature of the problem, magnitude of the problem, modifiability of the problem, preventive potential, and social concern. So hindi lang siya magnitude of the problem which makes this sentence or statement wrong. Okay, C, services are based on the available resources within the community. So pag sinabi natin community, for example, sa barangay. So pag gumawa ka ng community-based health program, magbe-base ka lang ba talaga kung ano lang yung available resources mo sa community? Yes, that's the first because we want to empower people. So you actually tap the resources within the community. Pero halimbawa, ang health problem, yung hypertension. So wala na ba kayong ibang gagawin at magbe-base lang kayo kung anong meron sa community? So of course, not. You are allowed to source out external resources outside of the community. So hindi lang siya based on available resources, which makes the statement wrong. Okay, so letter A and B tayo. So yan na, naglalaban na. A or B ba yan? A or B? Okay, so let's try to analyze letter A. The service is provided in the natural environment of the people. So tama, di ba? May point siya. Kasi, ma'am, yung CHN, di ba pinupuntahan natin sila sa community, pinupuntahan sa barangay, pinupuntahan natin sa bahay-bahay. Okay, that's correct. But when you say community-based is different na hindi lang location yung pinag-uusapan natin. We're not just talking about just the location. We are talking about the community as partners in health. Okay? So, halimbawa ba, nagkaroon tayo ng medical mission. Okay? Medical mission. Pumunta ka sa barangay. Nag-medical mission ka. Is that community-based? Hindi po yan community-based. Ang tawag natin dyan, when a service is provided in a natural environment, yan po ay community-oriented. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung orientation ng services towards the natural environment or where the location of the people are. So, letter A po is incorrect. Let's look at letter B. The nurse has to conduct community diagnosis to determine nursing needs and problems. So, when you say community-based, partner po natin ang mga people, and community diagnosis is one of our tools in community-based practice. So, this statement, letter B, is correct. So, tingnan po natin yung mga sagot natin. Tama, tumama po tayo yung mga letter B. Congratulations po. At tumama kayo sa letter B. So, okay lang naman kung hindi tayo tumama. But now you know anong ibig sabihin pag natural environment, ha? So, okay, next question. Ready na po ba tayo sa next question? Okay, number 2. So, remember that your family nursing is also part of your MP1 in the TOS, ha? So, family nursing is under community health nursing. So, let's look at the statement. The typology of family nursing problems used in the statement of nursing diagnosis in the care of family. So, dito po tayo sa family nursing natin. Okay? So, the youngest child of the De Los Reyes family has been diagnosed as mentally retarded. This is classified as, sige po, sagot tayo lahat. Ano po ito? So, actually, this is quite easy, but sometimes medyo nalilito tayo, especially if hindi natin alam kung ano ba yung typology of family nursing problems. So, remember your typology of family nursing problems? It is based from, sige, I'll just go to the next slide to show you a review of your typology, ha? So remember that this is based of the family nursing practice from Maglaya et al. So this is our blue book. Okay, so meron po ba kayong blue book na yan? If wala, that's okay. This is something that you can learn today. So ituturo ko po yan ngayon. So okay, there's 4 typology of nursing problems. Number 1 is presence of wellness condition. Ibig sabihin nito, wala nang problema yung family in a certain area. Let's say, for example, nutrition. So wala silang problem sa nutrition, okay yung diet nila. We have that presence of wellness condition. Ang tawag natin dito, potential or readiness for enhanced nutrition. Yun yung example ng typology of nursing problem na yan. Okay? So next naman is number 2, health threats, presence of health threats. When you say health threats, these are hazards or conditions present in the environment of the family that can affect their health. For example, presence of health threats. Ano ba yan? Like for example, in the house, 'di ba? Ang bahay nila ay laging binabaha, malapit, flood-prone area. So pag bumabaha, 'di ba? Siyempre, meron tayong leptospirosis na threat na pwedeng makuha dyan. So that is an example of a presence of health threat. Meron silang nasa hazardous area sila nakatira. Okay? Next is number 3, presence of health deficits. So when you say presence of health deficits, current problem po ito siya. Okay? This is a current health problem or this is a disability that affects the health of the whole family. So present health deficit. And then next naman is 4, presence of stress points or foreseeable crisis. So nakita nyo yon yung choice kanina, di ba? Na merong CND, presence of stress points, at saka foreseeable crisis, na if number 4 siya, stress points and foreseeable crisis, isa lang po yan. Isang classification lang yan sa nursing problem typology natin. So what is presence of stress points or foreseeable crisis? These are changes, okay? Clear? These are changes in the dynamics of the family that can affect, okay, their health or that can affect their well-being. An example of this stress point or foreseeable crisis is, for example, nagta-transition. Meron kang family member na ikakasal. So, syempre, pag kinasal yung family member, at halimbawa, titira sa inyo, pagkakasama na kayo sa bahay, madadagdagan kayo ng family member. Okay? Another example of this is pregnancy. So, syempre, di ba, may buntes, okay? So, maraming pwedeng mangyari sa isang buntes. So, there are certain stress points during the pregnancy. And, of course, pwede rin siyang maging foreseeable crisis. So, clear po tayo sa typology of nursing problems. Okay, so let's go back to our question. So, ngayon, clear na. So letter C and letter D, remember your process of elimination. If there are 2 answers that are similar or alike, you already eliminate them. So remember in your typology that these 2 things are just the same. Okay? Same lang po ang classification niya. So ngayon, is it a health threat or is it a health deficit? Note that it's already diagnosed. Your child is already diagnosed. So tama po, it is letter B, health deficit. So, correct po yung ating mga answers dyan. Okay? So, it is a health deficit. Okay? This is an existing disease. This is a health deficit. A health threat po is a hazard that is present that can affect their health in the family. Okay? So, ano pong point? Ano natin dyan? Paano po nyo malalaman yan? So, you can access the information kung wala kayong notes. Nandito po yan sa Maglaya na book. Okay? So, it's in your Maglaya book, Family Nursing. So, sino po ba yung may mga Maglaya book ba kayo dito? So, kasi kami sa UP College of Nursing, ito talaga yung ginagamit namin. Okay? So, I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna flip my camera para makita nyo. Okay? So, ito po yan. Ito yung Maglaya. Okay? Nursing Practice in the Community. This is the Maglaya book. And you can find it here, yung typology, okay, of family, nursing problems in the family. Okay? So, andito po yan naka-outline. So, dito po yan sa book na yan. So, yeah, meron naman din to sa TikTok kung makakabili pa kayo, pero I don't recommend it na. So, hanapin nyo na lang, may mga written resources din naman. And I'll try to, let's see if kaya ko pang gumawa ng video on this. Okay? Pero yun po, yeah, that's your health deficit, health threat, and foreseeable crisis and stress points. Okay, ready na po ba kayong mag-proceed sa, okay, how about po, alright, how about po conflict between siblings? That's good, that's a good question actually. Sige, so how about conflict between two siblings? Ano ba yan siya? Is it, okay, is it a presence of wellness condition, health threat, presence of health deficit ba yan, or presence of stress points or a foreseeable crisis? Okay? So actually, you need to analyze ano bang klase ng conflict yan. Makaka-apekto ba yan sa condition, health condition ng family? Okay, so meron yan dito. Okay, so ito. So meron po yan dito. Pakita ko na lang kung makikita nyo. Nababasa nyo ba? So actually, yung conflict between two siblings or a family member is classified as a health threat. Okay, it's under here. Okay, letter N. Okay, under the typology. Kasi meron yan siyang outline dito. So, when you say health, okay, this is the presence of health threats, number 2. So, may nakalista yan lahat dito na outline kung anong conditions yung present. Okay? So, makikita natin sa letter N. Alright? So, this is family disunity. So, e.g. example, self-oriented behavior of the members, unresolved conflicts of members, intolerable disagreement. Okay? So, nasagot po ba yung question? I hope nasagot po yung question yung Ms. Dulce Goodfinds. So, it is classified as a health threat. Okay? So, health threat po yan siya. So, hindi po siya stress point. Pag sinabi po natin stress point, hindi pa siya, kumbaga current condition siya na pwedeng maka-affect in the future. So, i-clarify po natin yung stress point. Gusto po natin i-clarify yung stress point. So, ito po yung number 4 sa stress point. Ang examples po ng stress points ay marriage, pregnancy, labor, puerperium, parenthood, additional member of the family, okay, abortion. Okay? Sige, may continuation pa po yan dito. Okay? So, ano pa? Okay, entrance at school, adolescence, divorce or separation, menopause, chronic illness, loss of job, hospitalization of a family member, death of a member, resettlement in a new community, and illegitimacy. So, ito po yung stress points. So, sana po na-clarify natin yung ating sagot po. Okay? So, yan po. Alright. So, stress point and foreseeable crisis are the same. Okay? So, sige po. What book po yan? So, this is the Nursing Practice in the Community by Araceli Maglaya. So, isa to sa mga ginagamit din namin na book together with your Public Health in the Nursing Philippines. Okay? So, this one kasi mas magandang research siya for family health nursing and for your community health nursing, community diagnosis, this one. Pero mas-stress ka pa ba at order ka pa ba nito? Okay? So, hindi ko na siya masyadong nare-recommend na umorder pa kayo nito at magbasa pa kayo nito. You can search some notes available online. Okay? And yun, nadidiscuss naman natin din dito. And tignan ko kung makagawa pa ako ng video on this. Alright? Pero ito, i-recommend ko siyang bilhin na lang ng mga susunod na mag-take sa May. Huwag na ngayon, baka ma-stress pa kayo. Alright? So, sige, proceed po tayo sa next question. I'll flip the camera again. Okay, so nasagot po natin, diba? It's a health deficit. Alright, next. Okay, number 3. Ito na. Very favorite to. Okay? Na common question sa board exam about your PHN bag. So, the PHN bag is an important tool in providing nursing care during a home visit. The most important principle of bag technique states that. Sige po, can you try to answer the question? Okay, so that's your bag technique. Okay, bag technique. Remember po natin yung ating bag technique. Ayan, okay. So, ang tanong natin, PHN bag, most important principle of your bag technique. Okay? So again, let's eliminate, no? So letter D may be done in a variety of ways depending on the home situation. Okay? Pero may kulang dito sa letter D. Okay? Itong et cetera na to. Anong et cetera yan? Okay? This is incomplete. This is an incomplete statement and this is wrong. Okay? Letter C, should not overshadow concern for the patient and his family. So actually, wala po to sa principles ng bag technique. Okay? Letter A, should save time and effort. Yes, that's actually included. Okay? That's included in your principles of bag techniques. Right? Pero, letter B, should minimize if not totally prevent the spread of infection is also correct. So, ma'am, paano natin sasagutin yan? So, if you would note, okay, I'll just show you again the book of yung white book natin, yung ating Public Health Nursing in the Philippines. Okay? So, ito na lang, gaganyan ko na lang. Alright? So, nakikita po natin, yan. So, makikita niyo dito, yung A and B, parehas siyang nandito. Number 1 is performing the bag technique will minimize if not spread the infection. That's number 1. And number 2, it saves time and effort in the performance of nursing procedures. So, since number 1, yung performing the bag technique will minimize if not spread any of the infection, yan po ang number 1 principle. Okay? So, ang best answer po natin ay letter B. Okay? So, that's letter B po. So, may nagtatanong po, anong page po? It's page 52, dear. Sino yung natanong? Crispy McFlurry, nakakagutom naman pagkain mo. Okay, it's page 52 of our, okay, page 52 ng ating Public Health Nursing book. So, isa din to sa mga recommended references ko. Pero sana, no, by this time, meron na kayo nito. Right? Pero kung wala pa, halimbawa meron bang mga nanonood dito na hindi pa magte-take ng November? So kung merong hindi pa nagte-take ng November dito, nasa cart ko din siya kung gusto niyo bumili ng Public Health Nursing in the Philippines. Okay? Naka-MCN po ako right now, pero nakikita. Okay, sige. Alright, sige. Ready na kayo for our next question? Okay, number 4. So ito na tayo. Balik tayo ulit dun sa ating mga criteria setting or prioritization. Okay? So number 4, which criterion in priority setting of health problems is used only in community healthcare? So nurses, be careful of modifiers like this. This word used. Okay? Used only. Be careful of words like this. Okay? Because when words like this are used, may specific yan na hinahanap. Okay? May specific yan na hinahanap. So, anong sagot nyo? So, can you type your answers on the chat box? Okay? So, that's good. It's good. Letter C. Alright? Okay, may nagsasabi. Alright, si Elias, regret that didn't buy white book before tumapak ng 4th year. Now taking NOV exam. Yes, sir. Pero okay lang, sir. Meron ka pa naman yata ang book na. Nahabol mo pa. Okay. So, remember that we have a prioritization criteria both for the community setting and also for our family setting. So, pakita ko lang sa inyo yan. So, these two are also from the Maglaya book. Okay? So, ito pong Maglaya book na yan. Okay? So, kung ikaw ay 4th year pa lang magte-take ka ng board exam at ikaw ay magte-take pa ng May, ikaw pa magte-take ng November, I recommend you buy that book. Okay? Tapos nag-contact na rin ako sa supplier ng book na yan kasi medyo rare din siya na book. Okay? So, meron ka, yung nandito sa side na to, sorry baka medyo maliit, no? Ito yung sa family problems, okay? Ito yung sa family problems. So, sa family problems, meron lang tayong 4 criteria. Nature of the condition or problem presented, modifiability of the condition, and preventive potential at saka salience. Ito yung sa family. Dito naman tayo, okay, sa right side natin, okay, this one is your prioritization scoring for what? Community setting or community diagnosis and your community mobilizations na. Pagka nagpa-prioritize na kayo ng problem, identify nyo na, di ba, sa community diagnosis, anong uunahin nyo? So that's your nature of the problem, magnitude of the problem, modifiability of the problem, preventive potential, at saka social concern. So merong magkaiba sa family at saka sa, okay, community. So balikan natin yung tanong. Okay? So ano yung tanong? ano lang daw, used only in community healthcare. So, ano lang yung ginagamit sa community dito sa 4 na criteria. Ito, kung titignan natin, lahat to tama. It's used as a criteria for priority setting. So, alin lang dito yung, okay, ginagamit sa community healthcare. Tingnan natin. Let's eliminate. So, modifiability of the problem, present siya in both family and community. So, this one is both. This one is incorrect. Okay? Nature of the problem presented. Okay? So, both si letter B. So, this is incorrect. Okay? Preventive potential of the problem. Yes, this is also both. Okay? So, si magnitude of the problem, wala tayong magnitude of the problem sa family. We only have salience. So, letter C is the correct answer. Okay? So, yan. Good job, nurses. Are you ready to go po to the next question that we have? Okay, number 5. Okay, so nandito na tayo sa healthcare system natin. What is the Philippine healthcare system? Okay, so kasama po yan sa ating MP1 sa TOS. Okay, pag tinignan mo yung part 1 ng MP1, kasama yan. The Philippine healthcare system. Okay, so ano po yan? Anong tanong? Who is the chairman of the Municipal Health Board? So, isa sa mechanisms na ginagamit natin para ma-deliver ang ating health sa ating grassroots is the Municipal Health Board. Okay? So, sa Municipal Health Board, remember, nurses, di ba, that we are already devolved. Ano yung law natin? Okay? Na nagsusupport sa devolution, it's RA 7160. This is your local government code, okay, of 1991. So, local government code yan ng 1991. So, anong sinasabi sa local government code na yan? Okay, good. Alam ng mga nurses yung local code. Siyempre, dapat memorize nyo yan, di ba? So, anong sinasabi doon? Na dinedevolve na ang management ng health services sa ating local chief executive. So, ang chairman ng Municipal Health Board ay si local chief executive. So, hindi yan any qualified physician, hindi rin yan. So, si public health nurse, automatic hindi na rin siya. Sorry ha, maski gusto natin tayo magbida-bida, hindi po tayo ang chairman ng Municipal Health Board. Okay? So, ito po Municipal Health Board po tayo, ha? Municipal Health Board po. Pag Provincial Health Board po. Okay, iba po yan. So, ito po Municipal Health Board yung nakaspecify. So, very careful nurses, read your questions very carefully. Alright? So, tingnan natin, is it the mayor or municipal health officer? So, sino ang binigyan ng capacity to decide at the local government ng RA 7160 ng local government code? Siyempre, si chief executive at si mayor lang ang may powers niyan. Okay? Si mayor ang may kapangyarihan, kaya dapat, as public health nurses, isa sa ating trabaho ay advocacy at isa sa ating trabaho ay maglabi. So, dapat friends tayo with the mayor. Hindi naman friends na body-body, pero you have a working relationship with the mayor because they have the capacity to decide kung gagrantan ng budget ang health program mo or hindi. Okay? So, you got that, nurses? Ayan. So, yan, marami pong nagjo-join. Hello po, welcome to our TikTok live ratio for our CHN questions, and sayang na-miss nyo yung 5 na questions. Trinay ko pa namang ilagay yung lahat, may representation yung parts ng TOS sa ating tatalakayin ngayong gabi. Pero that's fine. You can join next time, or you can ask na lang yung kung may mga kilala kayo na-join kanina. Ano mga tinanong, ano yung mga nirasyo nyo? Okay? So, okay, do you want to proceed po to the next set of questions? So, yan. Pabalik po kahit na lang po screenshot. O sige, babalik ko screenshot. Pwede kayo mag-send ng gifts bago kayo balik sa screenshot. O you can send gifts para makabalik tayo sa screenshot. Siyempre, oras din natin to, di ba? So, yun. Tumatanggap din po ako ng gifts. Salamat po sa mga heart. Okay? O sige, pwede tayong bumalik. Pwede tayong bumalik. Send gift muna. Joke lang. Okay? So, mamaya balik natin. Tapusin muna natin lahat. Okay? Sino ba yung nag-ano? Pwede pong ibalik. So, wag ka munang umalis, ha? Wag ka munang umalis kung sino yung... Opo, CHN po yung irarasyo ko ngayong gabi. Kasi, yun po yung nakalagay sa, yun po yung nakalagay sa TikTok live ko. Oh. Puro CHN lang po yung irarasyo ko ngayon. Last week ba yun? Last week, nagrasyo ako ng CD. Okay? Kailan po yung MS? Abangan po, dear. Abangan. Abangan kung makakapag-MS pa tayo. Ilang araw na lang kasi board exam na, 18 days na lang. Board exam na. Tingnan natin kung makakahabol pa tayo. Okay? Ayan. O sige. So, sino po yung asa na ba yon? Sino yung nagsabi kanina for the screenshot lang tayo? Mamaya na lang ha. Bigyan kita ng time para mag-screenshot. Okay. Tapos i-remind mo ako dito sa chat box. Huwag ka muna umalis. Alright. Sige. Proceed po tayo. Question number 6. O, ito. Nandito na tayo sa mga roles ng public health nurses. Okay? So, public health nurse is the supervisor. Okay, remember, kayo po ang supervisor, ha? Alam ko, ako as someone na nagtrabaho for ilang years na sa community, minsan yung mga midwife, sila kasi talaga yung reyna ng mga BHS, di ba? So, parang minsan, bago kang nurse na nagtatrabaho sa community, akala mo yung bossing yung mga midwife. Hindi po ha, si nurse po yung supervisor. Pero again, note ha, meron na kasi tayong structure na merong NDP. Ang supervisor po ay hindi yung NDP, yung public health nurse. Dapat meron siyang employment status with the LGU na siya po ay PHN, category PHN1 at least. Okay, yan po ang item na binibigay sa kanya ng isang local government unit para mag-function as a public health nurse. So, ano sabi dito? You are the supervisor. Si PHN po yung supervisor. Which of the following is a supervisory function? So, tinatanong kung ano yung supervisory function mo. So, tingnan natin. Okay? Referring cases or patients to na midwife. Nakakita ka ng buntis, i-refer mo kay midwife, yan ba ay supervisory function? Hindi. Okay? Hindi yan supervisory function. Letter C, providing nursing care to cases referred by the midwife. Hindi. Ito yung healthcare provider role mo. Hindi ka supervisor niya. Alright, formulating and implementing training programs for your midwives. Okay, that's part of your role also. Okay, but this one is your role for HR or health human resource development for your midwife. Pero that's part of the rules. So sabi dito kasi supervising or supervisory. So ang sagot po niyan letter B, providing technical guidance to your midwife. So you got the answers correct po, mga nurses. So good job. Alright? Next question tayo. Alright, number 7. So take note po ha, kasama po sa ating TOS yan, naka-outline doon, Sustainable Development Goals. So memorize na po ba natin Sustainable Development Goals natin? O, tingnan natin to. Let's analyze the question. The annual average in economic losses from climate-related disasters are in the hundreds of billions of dollars. This is not to mention the human impact of geophysical disasters. Which SDG should the Filipino nurse recognize as a primarily connected to this dilemma? Okay? Ano po ito? Ayan, sige, sagot, nurses, sagot. Okay? Okay? So, tignan natin, sa habang sumasagot kayo, alright, ito yung ating Sustainable Development Goals. No? So, ito kailangan natin i-memorize because kasama po siya sa in-outline ng DON sa ating TOS. Okay? So, tignan natin, ano ba yung tinatanong sa atin? What is being asked? So, SDG 3, that's your, di ba, good health and well-being. So, this one is not the correct answer because this one is good health. Okay? Good health and well-being yan. Okay? So, you are being. Okay? Sige, identify muna natin. Ano mga SDG to? Mamaya na tayo mag-eliminate. Okay. 13, climate. Ano to? Climate action. Okay? SDG 5, this is gender equality. And your SGD 15, this is your life on land. So ngayon, alam mo na siya, alright? Alam mo na kung ano itong mga SDGs na to, identify mo na kasi memorize mo, salamat. 'Di ba? Ima-match mo na, magki-keyword matching ka. Ano bang hinahanap natin? Climate-related disaster, geophysical disaster. So ano dyan? Yung meron, this is letter B. SDG 13, climate action. Okay? So, paano ba ito binabasa? A lot? Okay? Good evening, TOS-based po question. So, yes po. Okay? Kung nandito ka kanina, I already discussed that I picked one question as much as possible per the outlined na TOS topic sa NP1. Okay, so the answer for number 7 is letter B, SDG 30. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Okay, ito po, nurses ha. Favorite na favorite tong tanong ng mga BON. You need to identify the various levels, okay, number 1 of health prevention, so the level of prevention, and you need to also identify the level of referral system, ano yung levels natin of healthcare delivery. So itong question na to, prevention. Okay? Alright, so tingnan natin, may nagsagot ng primary, may nagsagot ng secondary. So wag malito ha. So in the levels of prevention, meron lang po tayong tatlo. Primary, secondary, at saka tertiary. So tanggalin natin yung intermediate. So saan ba yung intermediate nakikita na yan? So yung intermediate kasi, ito yung tawag dun sa isang level ng healthcare provider. So sa healthcare providers lang to. Okay? Kasi meron tayong another level for the healthcare providers. So mali na to, tanggalin na natin yan. So, ano yung primary, secondary, and tertiary? Okay? O yan, nalito na tayo. Sige lang, okay lang malito ngayon, basta wag malilito sa araw ng board exam, ha? O, ito, review. Ayan, nakikita niyo po ba? Okay. So, ito na yung levels of prevention natin, di ba? We only have 3, primary, secondary, tertiary. Doon muna tayo sa primary. So, sa primary, these are targeting healthy, okay, healthy individuals, wala pang sakit. Paano natin ginagawa? Health education, papaano natin gagawin or anong kailangan natin gawin? Why? Health promotion tsaka disease prevention. Okay? Secondary level na tayo. High risk, okay? So, early screening and treatment. So, meaning to say we are doing a mass screening para mahanap natin kung ano sa mga tao or sino sa mga tao yung may sakit. Tapos, anong ginagawa natin or bakit natin ito ginagawa? Why? Prevent complications. Hinahanap mo kaagad as much as early pa para maalagaan mo kaagad, magawa ng paraan. Okay, what is tertiary level of prevention? So this is post-treatment. Ito na yung pagkatapos niyang ma-admit sa ospital, umuwi siyang may disability, ito na yung gagawin natin, rehabilitation or aalagaan mo siya sa bahay, may discharge instruction si doktor, okay, at kailangan ng supportive care. Tapos bakit natin ito ginagawa? Hindi na kasi natin mapipigil yung pagkakasakit niya or hindi natin mape-prevent na yung kung anong nangyari sa kanya, di ba? So, prevent na lang natin further complications. Okay? So, balikan natin yung tanong. Ano ba yung Operation Timbang? So, yung Operation Timbang, ito yung regular ginagawa na DOH program ito. Okay? Tinitimbang yung mga children. Tinitimbang yung mga bata. Okay? Children. Weighing. Regular to ginagawa. Usually, ang gumagawa nito BHWs at saka number 1 ang leader nila dito, BNS. Okay? Ang number 1 na nagli-lead ng activity na to. Paatras ng konti. Okay. Ayan, nakikita nyo na? Wala namang napuputol. Ayan, nakita nyo lahat? Okay. So, tinitimbang yung mga bata para malaman kung sino ang malnourished. Okay? So ngayon, tinitimbang natin para malaman at ma-screen kung sino yung malnourished. Hindi to tertiary automatic kasi di ba hindi to rehab, hindi to discharge instructions. Is it A or B? Sige nga nurses, A or B? Okay? So this is actually B na. Huwag malito ha, letter B na to. Kasi tinitignan mo, nagsiscreening ka na. Operation Timbang is a mass screening yan. Mass screening, hinahanap mo ang mga batang may mababang timbang, tapos titignan natin kung malnourished ba yung bata. Okay? Very good. So, it is indeed a screening. Alright? Nakuha po natin ang number 8. So, that's good. Okay, proceed po tayo sa next question. Yung primary and tertiary, o sige, ayan. Next slide. Screenshot muna. Teka, iuusog ko lang. Okay? Ayan. So, levels of prevention, ha? Favorite po yan na tanong. Okay, hindi nawawala ng tanong na ganyan na ina-identify kung anong level of prevention. Basta NP1. Okay? So, good. Alright. Okay na po, na screenshot na natin. Alright, you're welcome, Ryu. Sige, next po. Number 9. Okay, community organizing naman tayo. So, an indicator of success in community organizing is when people are able to. Okay, sige nga, sagutan po natin. You try to answer it on our comment section. Okay? Sige, sagot. Sagot lang kayo, sagot. Okay. So, wag malilito. Wag malilito. Daming nalilito dito eh. Okay? Alright. So, nakasagot na. Okay, may D, may A, may... Okay. No problems. 15 na yung nagsagot ng A. May sumagot ng B, may sumagot ng D. Alright, sige. Clarify natin yan. Alright? So, ito guys, gagamitan natin ng, syempre, ratio principles. But at the same time, you also need to use your test-taking strategies here. Okay? Sige, sagutan natin. Okay. So, pag tinignan natin to, okay? Parang tama lahat, di ba? Tignan natin ha. Letter A, participate in community activities for the solution of a community problem. Tama. Okay? You want your people, okay, to be able to participate in the community problems. Sinusolusyonan na nila yung activities sa community problem. Okay? Sabi niya, my God, we have comprehensive exams tomorrow, NP1 to NP5. Katatapos ko nag-review sa CHN at lumabas natin to. Sige lang, go girl. Ay, pa to, go girl ka ba? Hindi ko alam, may heart lang yung name mo eh. Anyway, sige. Implement activities for the solution of the community problem. Naku, tama din. Tama, di ba? Tama. Letter C, plan activities for the solution of the community problem. Yes, tama din. Tama. Okay? Identify the health problems sa common concern. Yes. So, paano to? Tama ba to? Lahat ba to indicator of success? Okay. So, here's where your test-taking strategy comes in. Okay? Tsaka, ang gusto kasi natin, ito yung final output. Gusto mo na yes, number 1, identify health problem that happens. Number 2, plan. So, number 1, number 2, number 3. Tama to, sunod-sunod yan. Pero your ultimate goal, ultimate na gusto mong mangyari is yung mga tao ay mag-participate dun sa solution for a community problem. Okay? Ito na yung ultimate goal natin na kumikilos ng lahat. So, letter A pa rin po ang best answer. Okay? Yes, this is a COPAR principle. And yes, umbrella effect, yun na yung sasabihin ko. You need to take your test-taking strategy here. Na pagka letter A yung sagot mo, okay, magpa-participate, magagawa si 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Sabi niya, nabasa ko sa whitebook yan. Very good na nabasa mo. So, this is the indicator of success in community organizing. Na-organize mo ba yung mga tao when they are already participating in the community activities for the solution of a community problem. So, very good, nurses. Alright? Okay. Sige, next. Epidemiology naman tayo. Naka-outline din yan sa TOS. Okay? So, let's see. Which of the following is an epidemiologic function of the nurse during an epidemic? Type your answers on the chat. Chat box tuloy. On the comments. Sorry ha, sanay kasi mag-online class si ma'am. Chat box. Okay? Sige, type nyo yung answers nyo. Remember ha, epidemiologic function ang tinatanong sa atin. Okay? Epidemiologic function. Okay? Ayan, sumasagot na. So remember, when you say epidemiologic function, when you say epidemiology, pinag-aaralan natin. We are studying the distribution, okay? Distribution or determinants of health-related states and events like diseases, okay, in a defined population, and the application of this knowledge to control health problems. So, meaning to say, dapat, okay, tinitignan yung distribution of health problems, okay, or health determinants, di ba? Okay. So, tingnan natin. Letter A, conducting assessment of suspected cases to detect the communicable disease. So, conducting assessment. So meaning to say, this is you as a nurse looking at your patient. Okay? Looking at your patient kung may sakit ba siya. So this one is not an epidemiologic function. This is your function as a healthcare provider. So this one is wrong. Kung may nagtanong, lecturer po kayo ng RC? Yes po. Anong RC? Secret. Okay? Letter B, monitoring the condition of the cases affected by the communicable disease. Monitoring the condition of the cases. So, minomonitor mo. Pag sinabing cases, di ba, case handling, patient yan. Okay? Patient yung minomonitor mo. So, this is another, okay, healthcare provider function. This is not an epidemiologic function. Next, participating in the investigation to determine the source of the epidemic. So, yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, you're trying to determine the distribution of health problems or the determinants. So, hinahanap dito yung source of epidemic. Is this an epidemiologic function? Yes, that's correct. Letter D, teaching the community on preventive measures against health disease. So, this is already your health education function. We also do this, but this is not an epidemiologic function because you are only looking for the epidemiologic function. So what's the answer? Letter C. Okay? So which statistic can give the most accurate reflection of a health status of a community? So ito, binigyan kayo ng iba-ibang statistics, okay? Yung vital statistics natin. Na dapat alam nyo din yan lahat, nurses. Alam nyo yan at alam nyo pa paano i-compute na, hindi lang memorize. Kailangan alam nyo yan i-compute. At hindi lang alam i-compute, alam nyo i-interpret. So ito ang tinatanong din dito sa atin, anong interpretation? Kasi tinatanong ka most accurate reflection of the health status of a community. So sagot, ayan na, iba-iba na yung sagot natin. Okay, don't worry. Kaya tayo nagrarasyo ng ganito. Kasi para pagdating ng board exam, isa na lang yung sagot natin. Okay. Alright, letter A. 1 to 4-year-old age-specific mortality rate. So, ibig sabihin nito, ano yung kinamamatay ng mga 1 to 4 years old. So, this one will not give you an accurate reflection of the health status of a community. Bakit? Kasi masyadong focus on 1 to 4 years old lang. So, hindi ito ang sagot. Okay? Alright. So, your infant mortality, di ba, ito yung deaths. Okay? So, anong deaths ito? Infant mortality, di ba? So, deaths ng infants, okay, ang binibilang natin. Okay? So, ano to? Total death of under 1 year of age registered in a given calendar year over lahat ng total registered birth times 1,000. That's the formula, di ba? So, this one, okay, ang sinasabi is, it is a good index. Okay? It's a good index of your general community health condition. Okay? So, hala. Yung iba, swarup. O, so, tingnan natin yung swarup. Ano ba yung swarup? Di ba yung swarup, this is your formula to determine the mortality rate of 50 years old and above people. Right? Okay? Tama yan, di ba? Ito yung 50 years old and above. Ang ibig sabihin nito, okay? Ang ibig sabihin nito, pag mataas yung Swarups Index mo, ibig sabihin, mas maraming namamatay ng matanda na sila. Okay? So, pag maraming namamatay ng matanda na sila, anong ini-specify nito? Ang ini-specify nito, hindi health status of the community. Ang ini-specify nito, yung status ng healthcare service delivery. Ibig sabihin, maganda yung healthcare service delivery mo, kaya yung mga tao, tumatanda sila, walang masyadong namamatay ng premature death, tumatanda sila. Okay, tama yan. Pag maganda yung healthcare service delivery mo, syempre yung lifespan ng tao hahaba, or what you call your longevity. Okay? So, yan. So, yung crude death rate, of course, this is just your general death rate. So, anong sagot ngayon? Good index of general health condition, ang infant mortality. So, anong closest? Anong tinatanong dyan? Health status of your community, yes. Ang sagot, letter B. Okay? So, take note, hindi Swarups Index. It's letter B. Okay, bakit letter B? Basahin natin, tingnan natin dun sa ating reference. Sasabihin po, ma'am, hindi, letter C yan, Swarups Index, kasi tama si MJ Rosette 20 kasi baby sila mo sensitive. At andito po yan. Okay, nandito yan sa white book. Kita? Andyan ang sagot. Okay? So, letter B ang tamang sagot. Okay, number 12. Ito na, FHSIS. Alam ba natin to, familiar nurses? Okay, so you need, this is part of the TOS ha. It's under letter, ano na nga bang letter? Basta it's one of the last letters dun sa part 1 ng NP1 na it talks about health recording and reporting system. So wala na tayong ibang health recording and reporting system sa public sector kung hindi FHSIS. So kailangan alam mo to at master mo, ano-ano ba yung FHSIS na yan. Okay? Kung magtatrabaho ka din sa public health, kailangan alam mo to. Okay, so let's see. FHSIS or Field Health Service Information System is the what? Recording and reporting system in public health care of the Philippines. Monthly. The monthly Field Health Service Activity Report is a form used in which components of the FHSIS. Okay, tingnan natin yung mga sagot. Okay? Sige, tingnan natin ano yung mga sagot na yan. Okay? So ito ha, huwag tayong malilito. Okay? Yung unang-una dyan, syempre, sa FHSIS, pag meet ng patient, saan ba unang pupunta yung patient? Yung patient pupunta sa barangay health station, sa barangay health clinic, di ba? Or barangay health center. Makikita siya doon ng midwife, di ba? So si midwife yung titingin sa kanya. Pag tingnan siya ni midwife, syempre ipo-pull out yung individual health record or yung sinasabi nating treatment record. Okay? Pagkatapos siyang matreat, okay, kung meron siyang specific conditions, okay, meron siyang specific condition, like for example, si patient ba ay NCD, si patient ba ay buntis, okay, si patient ba ay bagong panganak or patient ba ito na bata nagpapa-EPI, okay, ililista siya ni midwife, si midwife pa din to, ililista siya ni midwife dun sa target client list niya. So itong target client list na to, bawat specialization, like, bawat program ni DOH, meron tong target client list. So yung target client list, nandun yung information ng bawat patient. Sa anong mga program, EPI, prenatal, TB DOTS, NCD, okay? Bawat program may isang target client list yan. Alright? Pagkatapos, sa PHN, isasubmit lahat ng midwife sa PHN yung kanilang mga target client list at chinecheck yan. Okay? So, monthly, quarterly, annually, may sinasubmit si PHN. At yan yung tally report. General name dyan is tally report. Okay? Si PHN ngayon, magsasubmit siya sa PHO level, yun na yung output report. Okay? So ngayon, anong tanong dito? Monthly Field Health Service Activity Report. Okay? So ito na yung ginagawa ni PHN. Kinokolekta niya lahat ng outputs nila midwife at i-indicate niya to sa Monthly Field Health Service Activity Report. So ano dito yung ginagawa ni PHN? Letter A. It's part of your tally report. Okay? So, importante to guys, ha? Okay, so nandito din yan sa white book. Okay? Or pwede nyo rin hanapin yan sa DOH. Pero sa white book, ito yan. Ito yan. Okay? O, ayan na yung mga forms. List of FHSIS forms under the tally reporting. O, anong page to? O, yan. 82, 83. Okay? 82, 83. Sana lahat kayo may copy nito. Sino po yung gumagawa ng report? Si PHN yan, yung tally report. Or actually, iba-iba din naman, pero usually it's at the RHU level na yan. Okay? Pero ideally sa RHU level. Okay? Alright, next. Alright, number 13. O, ito na ha. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina. Kailangan alam natin yung primary, secondary, tertiary level ng facility. Okay? Later, sagutin ko yung mga tanong, ha? Tapusin lang natin to, of course. Last, 3 questions. Which is true of primary facilities? Okay? Tingnan natin, ano yung true dito? Sige, sagot kayo, sagot. Okay, so primary level facilities, okay? Alright. Okay, tingnan nga natin mga sagot. B, B. Alright, very good. So, letter A, these are usually government run. This one is incorrect. A private clinic is also, okay, depending on the usually your private clinic, like for example, general health checkup, private clinic, na general health. Private clinic can fall under your primary facility. So letter A is wrong. Letter B, their services are provided on an outpatient basis. Yes, that's really correct. Okay. Letter C, they are training facilities for health professionals. Letter C, actually letter C can be across all levels. You know, tertiary hospital, PGH, is a training facility for health professionals. Tayo as student nurses, di ba, student nurse ka, di ba, dineploy ka sa barangay health station o dineploy ka sa RHU o primary facility yun. Dineploy ka din sa hospital, secondary facility naman yun. So this is not correct. Kasi any training facility, usually government facility yan pag training facility. Unless may private din. Like for example, merong school na meron siyang hospital. Di training facility din yun. Okay? So, let's see. Community hospital is an example of this level of health facilities. A community hospital is under your secondary. It's not primary. Okay? So, this one is incorrect. So, the correct answer is letter B. Their services are provided on an outpatient basis. Okay? Laika, yung tertiary training facilities, it's across all level of facilities. Kasi sa lahat ng level may nagtitrain na estudyante. Okay? Sige, meron pa mga questions related dito sa number 13. Okay? Okay, why B po? Kasi syempre yung primary facility mo, it's healthcare being provided na hindi ka ina-admit sa hospital. Kaya siya sinabi dito na provided on an outpatient basis. So yung usually, yung patient mo, di ba, pupunta lang sa health center, hindi naman siya i-admit doon sa health center, di ba? Hindi siya i-admit doon, pauuwiin din siya. So may nagtanong dito, ano yung page ng FHSIS? Yung FHSIS, mula page 80 actually. Yung pinakita ko lang sa inyo kanina, tally reporting form lang yun. FHSIS starts from page 80. Okay? So no admissions, that's correct. Next. Pero you need to analyze din talagang maigi, ha? Okay? Alright. So ito lang, pinakita ko lang sa inyo yan. Yan yung health system referral natin. So makikita natin para clear. Okay, sorry, ilapit ko ng konti para malinaw. Okay? So, primary healthcare muna tayo. So, yung primary healthcare level, first level, mula sa barangay health station hanggang sa rural health unit, primary healthcare. Also, ano pa yan? Meron yung mga private clinics, okay? Sorry, hindi ko lang nalagay dito. May private health clinics yan. Next, okay? Secondary healthcare hospitals na yan. Okay, district hospital, community hospital, okay, city hospital, and then tertiary healthcare level, tertiary healthcare, that's your provincial hospital to your medical regional centers. Okay? Alright. Meron pa tayong questions. Huwag muna kayong umalis. Kasi meron tayong school health. Kasama yan sa NP1. Mamalo, kala ko ba community health lang? Of course, kasama yung school health at saka yung ating occupational health sa NP1. Okay? O, clue ha, nandun yan sa NP1. Maski basahin nyo pa yung TOS, nakasulat yan dun. So, huwag kalimutan ang school health and your occupational health. Nandito din po yan. Okay? Nandito din yan sa public health nursing. And yun guys, okay? Kung kayo ay gusto maging public health nurse, later on na lang. Later on na lang ako magpa-plug. Okay, sige, number 14, sagutan natin. School health program for an area where intestinal parasitism is rampant includes. Anong tinatanong sa'yo, magsa-school health program ka daw? Okay? Oh, itong dali lang nitong tanong na to, ha? School health or intestinal parasitism. Okay, letter D, provision of food supplementary program. So, magpapakain ba tayo pag may intestinal parasitism? Pwede naman pakain kasi baka may malnutrition. Pero does it answer our problem na intestinal parasitism? Hindi. Okay, hindi. Next, provision of food cafeteria services. Hindi rin po. Okay? Pero unless, halimbawa na lang ha, halimbawa, okay? For example, isang goal nyo doon is to identify ano ba yung sources ng intestinal parasitism nila. Halimbawa, poor food handling. Pero again, in this question, wala naman sinabi. So, kailangan, dapat yung sagot mo, hindi ka mag-overthink. Kung ano lang yung tinatanong, yun lang yung sagutin mo. Oh, physical fitness program, nag-exercise ka para matanggal yung mga worms. Very good. Hindi yan yung tamang sagot. Okay? Ganito lang ba talaga yung mga tanong sa boards? May mga ganyan ding tanong. Pero, remember yung Bloom's taxonomy. Sino ba itong nagtanong? Hindi ko alam kung ano. Basta spiderweb. Hello, spiderweb. Yung TOS kasi, meron yung 6 levels of learning. Okay? So, yun din yung 6 levels of difficulty ng pagtatanong. So, merong remember, understanding, okay? Application, analysis, evaluating, at saka creating. So, alam nyo na ba yun? So, hindi nyo pa alam yung may video ako doon. So, ang sagot dito, letter B, the worming program. Okay? Alright, last question for tonight bago ko sagutin din yung mga tanong nyo. Tsaka meron ako pinangakuan kanina. Sino ba yun yung pinangakuan ko na mag-screenshot ng question 1 to 5? Okay. Sige, number 15. The main goal of occupational health. So guys, what is occupational health? Okay, so occupational health is the field of health dealing with the health and well-being of our employees and workers. Okay? So, ito na yung mga company nurse. So, ano dito? Letter A, prevent illness and maintain homeostasis. This is very general. Okay? That's very general. That's your health. Okay? So, that's not the best answer. Prevent job-related accidents. That's part of your occupational health. Yes. Establish policies to promote health workers. Yes, that's correct. Pero, ano bang goal mo talaga? Promote and maintain highest degree of the well-being of workers. So, ito, papasok yan dyan, at ito, papasok yan dyan. Okay? So, the answer is letter C. So, guys, sa occupational health, ang resource natin dyan, okay, sa ONAP nakikita. So, ako, I'm an ONAP trained nurse. So, may Bosch din ako. May Bosch 1 ako na nurse. So, nada-download yan, yung meron silang manual on occupational health. So, you can download it from the ONAP website. Okay?